My name is Janis Ivory. I am a former resident of Rendville, Ohio, and a present member of the Rendville Historic Preservation Society, and I am proud to share with you from whence we came. William P. Wren, millionaire president of the W.P. Wren Coal Company, left a legacy many men would envy. He not only left a community which bears his name, he set a foundation for success that will grow for eons to come. Rend was born in Ireland, educated in Massachusetts, and taught school in Maryland. After the Civil War, he came west to Chicago and eventually invested in Ohio coal mines. A former teacher and a devout Catholic, Wren enlisted African Americans and European immigrants from southern states to work his mines, and Rendville was created. Wren paid his employees equal wages and integrated the mines he owned. Not a true company town, Rendville's miner employees were encouraged to purchase the homes they were living in. The community was also assisted in procuring the businesses Wren started that were necessary to support the community and to establish themselves as a community instead of a work site. Wren often made economic decisions which set him at odds with other mine owners, but earned him the respect of his miner employees. He led by example, such as when he demonstrated unity by deducting 10 cents per ton from the pay of his miners to help the striking miners in the region. Wren had a clear business sense, and he showed it in the way he administered his companies and treated his miner employees. As a result, his mines output over 1 million tons of coal a year, and he owned 2,000 freight cars to haul it. It was not a one-sided venture. As Wren enjoyed the fruits of his labors, so did his miners, as evidenced by the leadership development from such as Dr. Isiah Tuppins, an African American who worked his way through medical school as a barber and was recruited by Wren to serve as physician to the miners in Rendville. A man, a leader, who went on to become the first African American to be elected mayor in the northern United States, elected by an integrated electorate. Richard L. Davis, who followed Wren's unity example of putting actions to words, as he, an African American, became one of the founding and leading members of the United Mine Workers of America. Joseph Williams, who served not only as postmaster, but as the community scribe, who taught himself to speak the many languages of the immigrants who made up his community. Sophia Mitchell, who became mayor and made history as the first African American woman in Ohio appointed to that position because at the time the community needed the leadership, and it was not in the nature of Rendville's people to say no. Roberta Preston, the first African American woman postmaster in Ohio, was surprised to get the appointment, even though she had already served as the town clerk and was the organist at the Baptist church. Jerry Jackson learned to play basketball because the big guys needed another team member. He led his junior high, high school, and college teams to championships. Injuries stopped his profession as a Detroit Piston. Now, the retired teacher leads the historical organization working to preserve the history of a town, a community, a social experiment in racial integration, an experiment created by a teacher and which became a safe space for African Americans to become leaders. Know and be proud of Rendville. one of the little cities of Black diamonds. Thank you. Please send any questions to info@lcbdohio.org for Thursday's live Q&A at 6 p.m.